welcome to Mowing with Rupert. My name is Rupert Pilsner, and we have a special guest this afternoon. I'm at the home of Mr. Floyd Turfslayer. We're at a remote location at his yard, and he's been nice enough to host the show, and he's brought in his riding lawnmower that he uses every year to slay his turf. And we'll talk more about that. So welcome to the show, Mr. Turfslayer.
Mr. Rupert, it is fine to have you here today. Glad you could stop by. And I brought some beverage for you.
Wow, thank you so much. A cold silver bullet.
Oh,
It doesn't get any better than that.
Nothing like a U.S.-born beverage.
Outstanding, Floyd. What else do you have there?
Oh, my wife, Billie Jean, she just loves your show. And she's almost loves it a little bit too much. Starting to wonder a little bit about her. But she made you some shirts at
Wow.
work in her spare time.
Look at this. It is a Mowing with Rupert shirt. Look at that. That is lovely. You got to give my best to Billie Jean. It's a lovely shirt. Wow. And this is an offer we're going to make for our viewing fans. The best comment on my YouTube channel to Mowing with Rupert this week, I will mail to you free of charge one of these Mowing with Rupert shirts, and that person will be selected at the end of the week. So thanks again, Floyd. What a wonderful gesture. Wow, you've driven in your mower. We're in your backyard. Doesn't get any better than that. You've brought a silver bullet to Rupert. Wonderful. So, Floyd, tell us a little bit about your mower.
Well, Floyd, this mower is a LA 115 John Deere tractor. It has a 42-inch width cut, and it polishes off this yard really fast.
Probably less than an hour.
Oh yeah.
Outstanding. And what kind of horsepower does that make?
Well, it has this mower does not have a Honda engine. I know you are partial to Honda engines, but it has a U.S. built Briggs & Stratton 19.5 Haas of an engine in this machine.
Wow. It probably pulls the front tires if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, you watch it.
Outstanding. Yeah, it's a shame it doesn't have a Honda engine. It's a Briggs & Stratton made by Americans in the US of A, which is a good thing. So this is a pretty challenging yard here. What would you say, with all the obstacles and really nice landscaping, what would you say the biggest challenges in mowing this yard with the John Deere?
Well, let's see. We have a couple challenges. It challenges me every week to figure out what pattern I'm going to use, whether it's going to be the back and forth or the shrinking rectangle, and sometimes I try the expanding spiral pattern.
Wow.
Which I start in the middle of the yard and just go in circles until I get to the outside.
Interesting, like a vortex of
Oh yeah,
sorts.
it's a vortex effect. But the biggest challenge is after we're all complete, is removing the dog excrement from the tread on the tires.
You have two large dogs. They're
large.
maybe 70-pound dogs or so.
They are large dogs, and they leave large things in the yard.
And they get run over.
Yes.
And then what happens then?
Well, once we're over, then I have Billie Jean. It's her job to clean the tread, the excrement out of the tread.
That sticks to the tires.
That sticks to the tires.
Wow.
Yes.
That's unsightly and probably smelly.
Yeah, a little bit.
Of both.
Yes.
Wow. Interesting. So back to the mowing patterns. Do you ever do the diagonal, the 45-degree cut?
Oh yes, the diagonal is another one that we do.
You want to switch them up?
A diagonal shrinking box.
Wow.
So it's
That's
a
something.
dual challenge there.
Wow. Very imaginative. So for you and the wife, Mr. Turfslayer, why did you choose a riding mower as opposed to a walk behind, with a Honda mower? I mean, with a Honda engine.
Honda engine.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, in my younger years, I did a lot of walk behind, and I'm getting on into 60 years here, and I'm just tired of walking.
Well, you're in great shape for your age.
I'm just tired of walking.
Right.
And so we wanted to buy something with that U.S. built engine in it, so we went for the John Deere.
And your wife, Mrs. Turfslayer, also appreciates.
Oh yes, she
the
appreciates
comforts of the riding machine.
She does. She enjoys actually mowing the lawn, and puts on her headphones with her beverage and just enjoys a day on the lawnmower.
Life is good. Yeah.
Yes, life is good.
Outstanding. All right, that takes us to our final question. Mr. Turfslayer, do you remember your first mowing experience?
Oh, man, that takes me back, George. It happened, her name was Susie. It was on a golf course. It was out by one of the greens on the golf course. It was a magnificent experience.
We're talking about mowing here,
Oh,
right?
oh, I'm sorry.
Well, hey,
Yes,
you
yes,
kind of wandered
yes.
off there on me.
Mr. Rupert. That's right. Yes, my first mowing experience. My daddy, he taught me how to drive the Simplicity riding lawnmower. It was back in the 60s. We had a Simplicity riding mower that had a stick. It was just like driving an airplane, like the stick in an old World War II fighter. And every time I was out there on that lawnmower, I was flying my North American P-51 Mustang, clobbering them Nazis, slaying them Nazis as Turfslayer.
Outstanding. Yeah, a couple of very vivid memories.
Yes.
I'm glad we didn't explore that first one anymore. But hey, we've come to the end of our show, men and women, boys and girls, and want to once again display this great Mowing with Rupert shirt. Wonderful, and this could be yours, with a good comment. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Floyd Turfslayer, and welcoming the show to your yard and this beautiful area and talking about your lawnmower. Until next week, be careful out there. Enjoy mowing.
It's been a pleasure, all.
All right, that's good. I said George one time.
Did I?
Yeah, at the end. It's okay. We're going to keep that one. I'm not doing it again.